This is CPM Precalculus Chapter 1, number 86. So we're asked to find the inverse function of x if f of x is 5 over 2x minus 3. And remember that this is not to the power of -1. It means the inverse function of f, okay? So remember how we do this is first we look at f of x, 5 half x minus 3, and we say, well, let's start at y is equal to x and figure out how f of x was created, okay? So first of all, we start here, right? This is the start. Let's label step 0, 1. To create this, in one step, we multiply first by 5 halves. So y1 is equal to 5 halves x, okay? Then we subtract 3. So multiply by 5 halves. Step 2 is we subtract 3. Subtract 3. And that's our f of x, okay? So this is what we call like wrapping the function. We have y equals x, we wrap it with the multiplication by 5 halves and a subtraction by 3. To unwrap it, we start again with y equals to x, start, right? And then we unwrap it by doing the opposite in the opposite order. So here we started multiplied by 5 over 2, subtract 3. So now we want to start and do the opposite of subtract 3. So subtracting 3 from x, we have just y is equal to x minus 3. And that's, we want to do the opposite. We want to add 3. So add 3. And this is the opposite of subtract 3. Step 2, we want to do the opposite of multiply by 5 halves. So y is equal to, so the opposite of multiplying by 5 halves is dividing by 5 halves, right? X plus 3, and we divide that all by 5 halves, right? Or another way we can think about this is we multiply by 2/5. So this is the same thing as 2/5 x plus 3, okay? So that's either multiply by 2/5 or divide by 5 halves. And those are the same thing. Multiplying by 2/5 and dividing by 5 halves is the same thing, okay? So we get back to the start, and finally, this is sub 1 prime, sub 2 prime, sub 0 prime. So finally, this right now is our inverse function. So we can say our inverse function of f is equal to 2/5 x plus 3. Okay, and we could write it like this, or we could write it like this. Both of them are okay. We can even distribute the 2/5 across and say that, or it's equal to 2/5 x plus 6 over 5. Okay, so this is okay, or this is okay for our inverse function of f. Okay, this ends CPM Precalculus Chapter 1, number 86.